Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Scorpio Mama. Can you hear me? You're the only one in the chat. See where am I? Hi, Pam. How are you guys doing? Long time no see. Get down, Parker. She has risen from the dead. She is back. I'll wait till some more people get in here. But how is everybody doing this Tuesday? Y'all doing good? What you been up to? It's been over a month since I've been on here. What have you guys been up to? What's new? Everybody have a good Easter? I think that's the only holiday I missed. Easter? Did you guys have a nice Easter? Did you cook? Go to church? Hang out with family? You're still crocheting? I bought some green yarn. I caught it on sale at a store here called Ollie's. I don't know if you guys have one. But I'm going to crochet a blanket for my bedroom. I haven't started. I probably should have bought, I bought only 2 bundles, but it was the big ones, but I know I should have bought probably 4. I don't know if they said, Parker, get down. I don't know if they still have it. I should go by there and see if they have any more. But if not, I'll go to Michael's and throw some, I think, beige in there, not white. So, I know. I don't know what I was thinking when I was in there. Because it was a really good sale. Because those big bundles are like, I want to say 12, 14 bucks at Michael's. So, I think I got them for like 5 or 4. Okay, so you worked on Easter. What did I do? Oh, I got up and my car was filthy. My grandson had dropped goldfish all in the back and they were crunched up on the floor and the front was dirty. I need new mats because I just can't even get the sand out of them anymore. And so I got up early. I had woke up about 4. Then I laid there till about 6, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go wash my car before everybody gets up. And when I got out, there was a lot of people out. I didn't see anybody dressed for church though. So I went and washed my car. I needed new windshield wipers because one had split, so I went and got those put on. Bought some stuff to clean the inside. Came home. Hey, Tashana, what are you doing on? Aren't you guys on vacation? Thank you, ma'am, for the compliment. Are you guys still on vacay? You and Charlie look so cute. Look like you guys were having such a great time. And you guys deserve it. I don't think since I've been watching you, I've seen you guys take a vacation other than like go home for the holidays. But yeah, so I came home, cleaned out the inside of my car, got it all shined up. Parker, stop, please. And it started to get really hot, so I came in the house. Had to do a little bit of paperwork for something I had going on. And I think I talked on the phone the rest of the day. I didn't cook anything. Oh my gosh, y'all got home around 3 and you're back on the road. Well, hopefully you got some rest and had a good time. Yeah. So I was sitting here with 1722. And I was like, you know what? I should go live today. This should be my day to come back live. I'll be on here probably, I'm going to say an hour, but y'all know, depending on how many people come in. So yeah, I had to take my car to get an oil change, and it's crazy, it's some part that goes around my muffler. And so I take my car to Toyota because the people here at the Lexus dealership are not that nice. Toyota is wonderful. So I take my car to Toyota. That was about 2 weeks ago. And they told me it was this part that goes around the muffler. So the guy special orders it. I had to pay because they were special ordering it. Took it back last week. And they were like, oh, we're sorry. We ordered the wrong part. That part doesn't fit. Now that part that they ordered was $700. Then it was $500 for labor. So they were like, well, we can't find the part. The only people that have it is Lexus. So mind you, Toyota and Lexus are like the same freaking car. The only difference is inside the Lexus, they upgrade the interior and make it a luxury line. Only difference. So they call Lexus, and Lexus is like, the part is going to be $1,800. And I'm like, $1,800? What the heck? And then they were like, well, because it's Toyota wanting it, we're going to give you a discount of $300. So it's $1,500 for the part. So I told the guy, I was like, well, we're not doing that today. I'll bring it back. Well, I went to Georgia on Friday and came back Saturday, and it made my car get to the point, up to the mileage where it needed an oil change. So when he called me yesterday, I was like, hey, I need to come in for maintenance on my car. And, you know, we'll talk about the part because he had went ahead and ordered it again. Well, he wasn't there today. So when I got there, I told them I needed maintenance because my maintenance light had came on. You know, that's what I came for. He must have left a note. And so they went and put the new part on. And the guy came out there with this $2,120 bill. I'm like, hey, I ain't got my part. I was like, so I can give you half. And I give you a check and you can cash the check on Wednesday. And they're like, well, we can't take a post-dated check. So they went, took my car back, and took the new part off. I'm like, fine, hey, do the oil change and take the new part off, and I'll come back next week and y'all can put it back on. Hey, Deborah. I'm like, I ain't mad at you. I ain't got the money. Let's see, I need a little bit more light. Looking a little dark. That gives me a little bit more. Trying to see if I can add a little more light. Okay, that looks a little bit better. It's looking a little dark. Okay, so, yeah. So I'm sure you guys are wanting to know, where have I been and why have I not been here? Is that a question that has come up in your mind? No, yes, you don't care? Pam, yes. Well, I wasn't going to talk about it, but since it's just a small group here now, I'm trying to see if I feel like talking about it, if I'm up to talking about it, or am I going to have a little meltdown while I'm on YouTube? Hey, Peace. I missed you guys too. Okay, so full disclosure, me and Maurice broke up. And it was very devastating to me because it came out of the blue. I was not prepared for it. And Yeah, it's been a lot for me emotionally. Yeah, it kind of really messed me up, which I was kind of surprised, being 62, and I've never had a breakup that did that to me the way this one has done it. So I was not even emotionally, mentally prepared to come on here. I didn't want to come on here crying. I feel like when I come on here, even if I got stuff going on, I try to be uplifting and all that, and I just couldn't do it. And then I was a little embarrassed because I had put him on my platform, which I'll never ever do again, is put a man on my platform. And so, yeah, I'm just now, and I'm not fully over it, but I'm feeling better. Um, yeah, I mean, I've gone to get my counselor back just so I can deal with this because it was like just a gut punch to me. And yeah, I'm not going to go into the whole details. I don't know, maybe one day. But I think it's a little too raw and too soon for me. But that pretty much was it. And so she's feeling better. Um, she's regaining her composure so she don't come on here and cry. And. So yeah. Oh, it happens. But I guess I really liked him. And like I said, it was unexpected. It just came out of the blue. I wasn't prepared for it. And, you know, I don't know. But I had wonderful support from my sister and the lady that I showed her house. And some of y'all thought it was a little ornate or whatever, her living room. They have been here like a champ for me. I mean, they have really, really been here for me. So kudos to my sister, Fuego, and my friend, Alice. That's the one that braids my hair. Thank you guys for being here. I know they about tired of me. Yeah, Tashana, it is for the best. I realize that now. I know why God moved him out of my life. It wasn't the healthiest relationship for me. And I was starting to feel less than and making myself conform to his foolishness. You know how you're with somebody and they're not happy with your behavior, so sometimes you'll conform just to make them happy. And it had gotten to that point, and you know how you know that you need to do something, like probably end it, but you done got so deep in it, you don't want to end it because you still want to be with them. You just want them to be healthy, and it just wasn't happening. And so when it ended, it needed to end because I don't know if I would have ended it like I knew I should have. And I don't know how far lost I would have gotten of myself, losing who I was, just to be in this relationship. And it wasn't healthy for me at all. It was really going downhill kind of fast. And I saw myself changing to please him. And to be honest, it just got to be a bit much. I felt like I was walking on eggshells all the time. I never said stuff. I never did stuff that was making this person happy. And, so, yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think at age 62, this might have been the only man that I actually fell in love with. Because even when I got divorced from my ex, I didn't feel this bad. And I was with him a lot of years. So I don't know. I don't know why this one hit me so bad. That's what I said, Scorpio Mama. And trifling men, he done met this other woman because, of course, he has said goodbye to me 57,000 times, and yet he still wants to text me and call. And I was really going to be nasty, and then I was like, you know what? That's not even who I am. So why do that? I know who I am. I'm secure in who I am as a woman. And I was like, this person that you went and got, um, you're gonna get your karma. That's all I'm gonna say. And it is what it is, and I won't be going back. Um, and my thing is, if you got somebody else and you moved on, why do you still contact me? There's nothing I can do for you. So yeah, that's been the gist of it, without all the in-between stuff. Yeah, I'm back to holding my head high. I'm back to getting it back up there and putting my crown back on. It had fell off for a minute. And it's not that I didn't know who I was. I think I just lost who I was for a moment trying to please somebody else. And that's normally not my MO. I'm normally a person that I'm going to keep who I am, and you have to accept me totally for who I am. But for some reason with this person, I went that other way, even though it wasn't comfortable for me. And so now I'm looking at myself saying, why did you do that? Because there is a reason why I behaved the way I behaved. And so I need to look at myself and see why I did that. Oh, baby, it was not glittering and it was not gold. It was, I think, love bombing. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, Martha, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say hey to you. Thank you. I'm glad to see you. I was hoping you came in. So yeah, I'm kind of glad it's all women in here tonight. So that's pretty much it. I knew that. Hi, Catherine. I knew that you guys would understand. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I was like, you know what? I'm not the only woman going through this. And somebody else may be feeling bad. And they need to know they're not by themselves. Hi, D-Love. You'll get past it. It may be a moment before you do, but you'll get past it. Well, everybody's mad at him because everybody was like, you guys look so happy together. I can't believe he's done that. I think he's regretting it now, but sometimes when you make your bed, you gotta lie in it, and you can't unmake it. So, yeah. It is what it is. I was getting ready to say something. Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. Oh, so in the interim of all this happening, I found a new drink. Sake. Now, I am not a sake drinker because the only time I've had it when it was hot. And I didn't particularly care for it. It has like a sake taste. I don't know. But this is really, really good. A friend of mine was talking about sake, and I was like, well, I'm not a sake fan, so I went to the liquor store because I'm trying to find something different from my German brand because with all these tariffs, I don't know how much a bottle this size is going to cost. So the guy in the store referred this to me, and I have fallen in love. You drink it cold. If you get it really, really cold, put it over some ice. It is so crisp. It is Fuji apple. It is so, so good. I have now become a sake drinker. I don't know if they're going to put tariffs on that because it's coming from Japan. So we will see. They messing with my drinking. I didn't like it hot. I've had it before, Martin, but I didn't like it hot. This is so much better. Oh, you had some soju? We used to make that. It's interesting that you say that, Tashana. Because we used to make that when I was in Korea. And, well, we would make what we called a trash can juice. And we would take the soju and put it in there. Now, when I was in Korea, they always said the soju was made with embalming fluid. I don't know. But I do know you would get towed up on the soju. So, last Sunday, I was feeling, because it seemed like Sundays would make me really, really depressed. And then part of it, too, I'm flipping back and forth. Y'all know that he put everything in my house together. So it felt like his spirit is in everything. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about giving my girlfriend this couch, and I'm buying me a new living room set because his hands has been on everything in here, the dining room chairs. He painted the table. He put the couch together. He put the bed together. So I just need to get out the house. So I told my girlfriend I was going to come over, and she was like, well, let's ride around. So we ended up going to a part of town that we call Sand Hill. And it's sort of like New York in a way, where they have the stores downstairs and you can live upstairs. It's really nice out there. But we have a place called K-Pot, which is a Korean barbecue place. And I've been trying to find me a new Korean restaurant because the one I used to go to has closed. So we went in there. I didn't do the K-Pot. We did the, I showed you guys, the stir fry. But they had soju on the menu. I was so shocked because I hadn't seen soju since I left Korea. Tashana, where'd y'all get soju from? When you was in Vegas? Strawberry and peach. Girl, I used to drink soju and be dancing all night long. I don't know what's in it, but it'll get your toe up. I think I had some type of little cocktail when I went to the place. But I said, I didn't realize soju was on the menu until after I had ordered that. So I was like, next time I go, I'm going to get me some soju. I'm going to see if they'll sell me a bottle of it. Our trash day is Monday. But the good thing about it being just me and Parker, I don't have to put the trash out every Monday. Like, I didn't have to do it this Monday. I'll do it next Monday because I don't have as much trash. Y'all see, I did decorate the fireplace a little bit. I have done a little bit in the house. Let's see. I put the mirror and stuff up. I still haven't put my other sconces in. Let me see if y'all are seeing this. Okay, so yeah. My sister gave me the aloe plant. It is growing like crazy. And then I decorated the, see, am I getting it? Okay. The fireplace area a little bit. So I have been doing a little bit here and there. Not got it fully taken care of, but you know, it'll probably be a year by the time I finish everything at the rate I'm going. Gotta get that light out of there. Your buddy, he was just here, jumping up and down. He just went outside. Hi, Hudson. I had that picture. It was in storage. I forgot I had it. I was actually going to put it over the couch. But then when I put it up there, I liked the way it looked when you come into the house. And then the candle holders I got from a girlfriend of mine's sister. And the fireplace grate I got from her and spray painted it gold. And I got those sconces that I need to put up. I brought my ladder in. I just hadn't felt like it. I do it when I feel like it. Thank you, Pam and Tashana. Oh, you finally hit your 1,000 sub? Yay! Tashana finally got her 1,000 subs. So let's make sure we go and watch. Here we go. So that she can get some revenue. Don't do like me. Okay. Oh, here we go. Mr. Scraggly. Say hi, Parker. Say hello to the people. Say, look. Look over here. Look. Treat. Look. Parker. Look at the camera. Okay. Thank you, Peace. Well, in the interim of all this, that's what I was going to say that happened. I had to get my 6-month checkup, and girlfriend lost 24 pounds now. So, since all this has happened, and I was upset, and I wasn't eating, I don't think he likes the camera, Tashana. and I lost the weight. My doctor was very, very happy. All my labs and everything came back perfect. So I was I was so shocked when the guy was like, I'll hold your purse so we don't have to take those pounds off. And I got up there and I was 24 pounds down. I was like, oh my God. And yeah, so I was shocked. So I figured since that jump started me with a weight loss thing, I have been walking Parker every day. Today I did a walk by myself also because he's so crazy. He barks at everybody and cuts up so bad. I mean, I've even taken him out of the neighborhood to walk him, took him to the hotel that's down the street around the corner to walk in their parking lot. I mean, he just, anytime he sees something, he gonna bark and act crazy. So, yeah, my sugar was great because she was talking about putting me on diabetes medication. So my A1C was perfect. Blood pressure was great. Liver, kidneys, everything functioning good. So I figured, this might give me a bathing suit body at the rate I'm going. So I figured, you know what? I might as well take this and make a positive out of a negative. And, get a little bit smaller. So I was happy about that. Hey, Beverly. Well, health is wealth, but I still got my bad habits, my drinking and my smoking. But I told my sister, at the rate this foolishness is going on in the United States, I was like, okay, I told you I was trying to find something cheaper. So I even went and bought one of those boxes. You know how you get the box wine? That crap was $25. I didn't really look at it because I thought it was about $15, $16. I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and be cheap like I did back in the day when I couldn't afford to buy, good wine. So I bought the box wine. I got a pack of cigarettes, and they had the Ivory body wash on sale for $6.99, the big bottle. So I was like, that's a good deal. I got to the register. It was 50 freaking bucks. I was like, 50 bucks. I told my sister, okay, hey, Mrs. D. Oh, Mrs. D. Parker. We got Parker, Mrs. D. Parker and Parker. And so I told her, I was like, well, either I'm going to eat and quit drinking and smoking, or I'm going to drink and smoke and not eat because I can't afford both. I'm like, they are tripping on these prices in the grocery store. Has anybody else realized? Has anybody noticed how high everything has gotten in the grocery store? Well, I really haven't had to worry about the food because when I get real, real upset and sad, I don't eat. So food has not been on my list. I did get me a bottle of Tito's. See, Scorpio Mama, that's what happened to me. When I quit smoking and drinking, I found sugar. And I have to say, since all this happened, I haven't had a sugar fix. Because I was down in some Tootsie Rolls and stuff. And I do have to say I can tell the difference with the weight loss because them stairs was kicking my butt. But now I can go up and down them stairs like a champ. I'm about with Parker running up the stairs and running down the stairs. And my knees haven't been hurting. My back haven't been hurting. I mean, so getting off the sugar, other than what's probably in the wine. But, I would eat candy and cakes and ice cream. $15? Girl, you need to buy a bag of potatoes. I think they're like, you can get them for, I think, under $5. And mash them potatoes. I know. You can fit $50 to $60 in one bag now. Oh, I wouldn't dare try to buy oxtails. Matter of fact, yesterday, day before yesterday, I was wanting oxtail. It was Easter. And so I ordered from the Jamaican restaurant, which I got the oxtails and the cabbage and what did I order? Oxtails, cabbage, and it wasn't rice. What did I order? Oxtails, cabbage. I forgot what the third thing was, but it was only $20. You can't get oxtails for $20. You probably get two, if that, in the grocery store. So I was like, that's fine. I got my fix on oxtails. Are you talking to me, Scorpio? $70 for a small prime rib. We would not be having prime rib. Hi, Polly. Congratulations on getting a home. I was so excited. I know you hadn't seen me, but I was very, very happy that you finally got your own space. And I love how you're showing everybody how, you're doing it and all the stuff. That's going to help somebody else. Tell Annabelle, me and Parker say hi. Parker, get in here. Stop that barking. Get in here. I was listening to, it's a black guy from Africa. I want to say his name is Maxwell or Max something. Older guy. He's been out here. He's a pastor, but he's been preaching for a long time. And I was listening to him today, and he was really ministering to me about my situation, so I figured God must have used him. Got your keys today. It'll be here soon. You got what, a week? I need a straw. I don't have any straws. And you see I'm drinking out of a dang on water glass. And I went to Dollar Tree the other day and I was going to get me some of the cheap dollar wine glasses and forgot. I was busy trying to find those little white fences to put around the bottom out there around the fence because Parker been digging it up trying to see the neighbors. So I was trying to put something there that would block him. I wanted to put the big outdoor planters, but those things are like $135 on Amazon. I was like, shoot, I could probably make it. It'd be like that sometimes, Shoshana, when you're trying to go and have a good time. It'd be like that. It's like everything will come up to try to mess up you having a good vacation. Wow. Yeah, but even going out probably would have cost you just as much. Probably would have cost just as much. But I'm glad everybody is doing well. There's been a lot going on in the world. A lot since I hadn't been here in a month. I mean, that man in the White House has just lost his freaking mind. I am just floored by the stuff that's happening. You know what? I haven't watched her. I hadn't watched her, gosh. I don't think I've watched her the whole time I've been off. So I didn't know that she had went in on her. I'm guessing I'm going to have to play catch up. She was so boring. Hi, Dee Dee. You going through something too? Maybe I should do a girls' night. I drink my wine over ice if I don't put it in the freezer and have it really, really cold. She is so boring. I just couldn't watch her. She does the same stuff. Wash dishes, talk about the same thing over and over and over again, and pretend like she's building out the van. I was just fed up. Yeah, we should do it. What night is a good night? Friday night? Saturday night? You just bought a car? Congratulations. Thank you, Dee Dee. I had thought about getting a car, so they told me that part and labor was going to be over $2,000. Girl, they're going to have to strike a whole lot of channels because everybody talking about it. I mean, I'm just like, it hadn't even been, have we made the 100 days? All this in 100 days. Yeah, Dee Dee, he did. She reported you for cussing? Please. And I'm trying to figure out why she reporting people. Because the only time her channel get good is when she arguing with one of us. We help her. Because otherwise she's boring. And I mean real boring. I'm just like, I think the last thing I watched was Arab just showed her with all them dang on clothes piled up and she was folding them. I'm like, this woman has so many used clothes, it's ridiculous. Oh my God, Paulie, you won $7,000? I was going to try the online casino. Which one are you playing? That was awesome. So it afforded you to be able to get some stuff for your new place. That is great. I know. I really like them too. But it is what it is. Oh, Polly. Isn't that great? How God heard your prayer to your mom and you got blessed. Chumba Casino. I'm going to have to check that out. Maybe I can get a $7,000 payout so I can go ahead and pay for this part for this car. I was going to try to trade it in. But at the same time that I needed the part for the car, the AC went out at my rental, the condo. And so, this is what made me so mad. So the people come out, and these are people that I pay every month. So if I have an issue, they will come out, and they're not going to charge me for coming out and checking out because I pay them every month. Or if they charge me, it won't be like $100, it'll only be like 40. So I called them out. The guy comes, he checks it out, and he's like, the motor is gone. The unit is over 26 years old. You've got to run for your money. You need a whole new unit. So now, it has been cool here, but we know the hot days are coming. This week has been like in the 80s. So the sales guy comes the next day. We go over the specs, and it is, with my military discount, $10,000. I'm like, I hadn't priced the AC unit since probably when I had my other apartment buildings, when I had the 4 apartments. I think it was $3,000 or $5,000, and that was back in 2005 or something. So I was quite shocked with the $10,000 bill. So I was trying to get some finances to help me. So he kept going, putting in my information and going to these different places that will finance you. I think he did it like about 5 times. And I was like, hey, are you hitting my credit every time? And he's like, no, these are soft pulls. And if you do it all in one day, it only counts once. That didn't sound right to me. But by this time, he had already put it in several times. And so I had talked to the salesman at Toyota about trading my car in, and they were actually going to give me $10,000 for my car. So that was pretty good. I was looking at a RAV4. And I think they started out at 28. So I was thinking $10,000 off, that's not bad. But good thing I didn't have them check my credit for the car first, because I knew I needed to, get assistance to pay for the AC. So my sister was like, you know what? Use my AC people to get a second opinion. So I was going out of town on Friday to go visit my family in Locust Grove in Georgia, which is outside Atlanta. So I had made an appointment for them to come like between 3 and 6. And me rushing and all this stuff, I completely forgot I had the appointment. So I had told my son, we're just going to tell them that we're co-owners so I wouldn't have to be there and he could be there. By the time I thought about it, it was like 7 o'clock at night. So I had sent them a message saying, hey, I needed to cancel. I didn't realize they had come. So about 12:30, I guess it was around there, my son texted me. I didn't know until I got to go to the bathroom. And he was like, Mom, don't worry about it. We got air. Because I knew it was going to be hot on Saturday and Sunday. It's supposed to be over 80. So I was like, you got air? I was like, what? The people from the second air conditioning company came. My son said the guy was there about 30 minutes. There was nothing wrong with the motor or the blower or the unit. It was the thermostat. I had bought a new one. And when you buy them, when you buy them, they come with a plate that needs to be hardwired. And I just stuck it on the old one and it worked. So I didn't worry about putting the new plate on. Well, apparently it didn't connect good because it needed the original plate, not the one that was already there. So that was the issue. And he tightened up some wiring and that was it. And then on top of that, I wasn't there. The guy fixes it and didn't even get paid. They just sent me an invoice today. 89 bucks versus 10,000. And see, at that time, I had already, this happened Friday evening, Friday daytime, I had already signed all the paperwork to get the assistance, and they were like, well, we will only cover you for 8,000. So because they wanted to sell, the girl had already told me, she was like, they want to sell, they'll go down. So they went down to 8,000. They were trying to get somebody to come in on Saturday to volunteer to put it in, but nobody volunteered, so the appointment for them to put it in was Monday. I was livid. Because now I'm like, this guy came out, he didn't do his job, and he was just trying to sell me a unit because he knew it was going to get hot and I was a female. You didn't even do your damn job. So I would have got, not to say that I probably don't need a new unit, but now I can prepare to buy one versus having to buy one just off the bat and $8,000 out of my pocket, and it wasn't even necessary. So on Monday, well, I called on Sunday to let them know that they did not need to come. I canceled the extra financing. Give me back the money that I gave y'all. And then I called on Monday and canceled my monthly, my little monthly thing with them. I was like, I don't want your service anymore. The guy was a liar. He didn't do his job. He didn't do his due diligence. And so they called me today. I didn't even answer the phone. Because you can't talk me into coming back because your guy was shitty. He didn't do his job. And the guy that came out to do the sale, he was like apologizing and stuff. And I'm like, it's not your fault. You just came to write up the sale. It was the maintenance guy that came out here that didn't do his job and lied and said all that stuff was wrong. And none of it was true. I was like, oh my gosh. I was so glad my sister suggested for me to get a second opinion because I wasn't going to do it. I was just thinking about, I need to get air in the condo. So yeah. That was, I was so happy God blessed me on Friday with that. Because I was just like, Lord, help me with this. I was like, between the car and the AC, that was like $10,000. Exxon, who is that? So be careful. If you got to do anything with your AC and heating unit. And then the young lady that was telling me about the service and stuff, she was saying, I didn't even know. You don't even have to buy the whole unit. You can buy just the AC part or just the heating part. He was telling me the whole thing. He never said that you could just buy one or the other. They were just trying to get over it. I'm still mad about that. Me and really tried on them cars. So I was like, you know what? I've had my car 5 going on 6 years, and I haven't had to put any money in it except for oil change, and I bought tires. So yeah, I figured, I shouldn't complain about having to put this $2,000 in it. I mean, if you buy a luxury car, you got to figure the maintenance is going to be a little bit higher than the others. So I was like, well, I don't have to trade my car in, because then when Toyota went behind them and looked at my credit, oh my God, what he did knocked my credit score down by 200 freaking points. I was floored. So this has been a wonderful, yeah. Why is my, I know it's plugged up. Why is it not, why is it saying low battery? Hold on, y'all. Because I know this charger was working upstairs, so why is it not working now? Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to move. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this charger. Let's see if it's going to work. Now I got too much light on me. Okay, it's working now. I don't know why it wasn't working over there. Okay. So where's my chat on the TV? Why can't I see my chat? What am I doing? Am I messing up the... Trying to see, where's my chat? Parker! They detained a guy from Denmark at customs. His family was visiting the U.S. They asked his opinion of Trump, and he said he didn't like him. They harassed him in front of his family. Wow. The United States done lost their dang on mind. When did we get to a point where we can't speak our own mind? I thought we had the freedom of speech. Deshauna, you won money in Vegas? Where'd you guys stay at? Oh, that's too much light. Oh, God, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to show my butt. We have gone crazy. And y'all do know, with this whole thing about sending people, I mean, there's just so many things that have shocked me over the last month. Hey, that's 77 bucks more than you had, right? I mean, there's so many things between picking up people off the street and sending them to concentration camps. What the F? And you know, if they're doing it to people from Venezuela, they're going to do it to anybody else of color that they decide they don't particularly care for. Well, you know, he already said that he'd like to take citizens of the United States and the bad ones and send them over there to El Salvador. And then won't bring the man back that y'all sent, and you already said that it was a mistake, but you won't bring them back. Picking up the students off the street now. Half the students can't even go to school here because you done took away their visas. Fighting with Harvard because you want to be president over Harvard. You didn't even attend Harvard, but now you want to be president and dictate who can work there and what their curriculum is. I mean, suing lawyers, fighting with the Supreme Court. And that damn man that's the Secretary of Defense, Hegseth, oh, he is just, I don't even know why he got hired. Oh, wow. That was nice, Tashana. All-nighter. Okay. Okay, so because you were there for 5 weeks, you're going to be there for 5 weeks and you didn't book the hotel but for two, who gives a rip? I mean, when is it that you can't go someplace and if you didn't book for the whole time, you get put in jail? Oh yeah, I seen that yesterday, Beverly, for a 19-year-old girl that he raped um, anally and stuff. Thank you, all nighter. But now the caveat of that was she went to the same gym he went to, and he kept trying to talk to her and go out, and she wasn't interested. I mean, he got money, but he ain't cute or nothing. I mean, he got a decent body because he's an ex-football player and all that. But Shannon Sharp is not. He ain't nobody I want to mess with, and apparently he wasn't nobody a 19-year-old wanted to mess with. But he kept putting the pressure on her, so finally she said she'd go out with him. And I'm sure he was whining and dining her and all that. So she was having a little, I don't know, casual thing with him. But then he started getting more aggressive and took it to another level. And when she was saying no, he forced himself on her. Yeah, Keg Self is a drunk. He was a drunk when they hired him. He's been fighting that case for 6 years. Well, Busby just done took it up, so I don't know. Don't Scorpio Obama, you right. Him and Miss Netta look like they could be related. To be honest, I never heard of him till what's his name? He's coming here next month. Cat Williams was on there. Oh. Yeah, I'm not. I ain't really think that he messed with women, but he may be bi. I don't know what his deal is. But like I said, he ain't. I'm 62 and he ain't my cup of tea, so I couldn't imagine he was a 19-year-old's cup of tea. He wouldn't have been mine at 19, even with money. You know, there's just some people, money don't even make you want to be with them. Them tight pants, yeah. And tight shirts and tight everything. So we will see. I guess they uncloaking all these folks with money who want to just think they can do anything to people because they got money. You know, Diddy trial will be coming up soon. What's his name? I think he's on trial right now. What's the one that from Hollywood was over the movie theaters and stuff? What's his name? Because now he be coming in a wheelchair and all this stuff, and he's so crippled and old, but you went crippled and old when you was raping them women. No, you're going to have to go back to the beginning to hear about it, Polly. So I'm going to make you go back. Since you came in late, you're going to have to go back and hear about why I've been gone. But no, we have not been on a vacay. I was going to go to Florida for Memorial Day because my stepbrother lives down there, and I figured I could stay with him and his wife for free and go to the beach. But they're talking about they're going to be in Vegas for Memorial Day. Then they're going to Arizona to visit his daughters, and they'll be back in June. So I guess I'll go in June. And I'll take you guys with me. They live in a very ritzy city. It's right above Jacksonville. I forget the name of it. But I'll take y'all with me when I go. And since we're not doing a out-of-country trip this year, my aunt wants to go to this plantation about 90 miles outside of New Orleans. That's what I was going down there to talk to her about. So I'm going to go visit them for Memorial Day, and we can talk about if we still want to go, and if so, when. But I'm looking at maybe, I have never been on a cruise. Everybody says you have to go at least once. So, depending on how the money is, I'm thinking about maybe trying to do a cruise for my birthday. But I'm also thinking about getting a second job, because with everything going on, I'm trying to get my finances to where I don't have any debt. Because, are you going next month? With this foolishness going on, this man has hit everything, because I was looking at trying to do my Social Security for my 63rd birthday. But with his tariffs and all this foolishness, he has hit my 401k. He's cutting benefits for veterans. And then now with Social Security, they're talking about even if you put in and your first time put it in, it may take up to a year for your application to go through the whole process, because they ain't got enough people to process. You going to Jacksonville in June? They say they're going to be back. I haven't made a date of when I'm going. When will y'all be in Jacksonville? Let me know when you guys are going that way, and I'll see if I can do my Florida trip during that time, because Jacksonville is like maybe, I want to say 30 minutes from where they're at. So we'll see. I might finally get to meet you and Charlie. I just want to go to the beach. I'm going to go to the flea market in Atlanta. I heard the one there is really, really nice. You know, I was going to say that they have all this designer stuff, but what do y'all think about this whole spiel with China telling on all the designers and stuff about their stuff? All this time they tried to make us think that everything else was fake, and it was made from the same factory, and they just put their labels inside there. Isn't that crazy? Like the Birkin bag, where they had people believing that you had to be on a waiting list and you had to be ultra rich to be able to get a freaking Birkin bag, and they're all made the same dang factory. That's crazy. How many of y'all have bought a Gucci, a Coach, Chanel, you may have a Birkin. What's some of the other ones? People spent all this money on this stuff, and it was not even worth it. I need a trip to China. That's where I need to go. And then when I found the household stuff, these $6,000 couches that I was looking at, because I really like them, I can get for $300, but you got to pay for shipping. By the time you pay for shipping in that 145% tariff, it might be about $2,000, but that's still cheaper. I have my passport, and I always check for travel warnings before I go somewhere. I check for travel warnings. I check for, any crime in the area. But when you're on a boat, you're only going to be in a port for so many hours, and then you're back on the boat. Yeah, Scorpio Mama. How much she spent for her collection? I bet she hot now. No, but Tashana, they're all real. They're all made in the same place. The only difference is, like, you could buy a Coach off the street and it wouldn't have the Coach name or the number in it. They're all made in the same factory, made out of the same thing. The only difference is China would ship Coach their bags, and then they would finish them by putting their name and a number inside the bag to make you think that it was an original Coach. But they're the same thing. There was no difference. They were all made in the same factory, out of the same material. I've never gone to Miami. They seem to have a lot going on down there. The farthest down I've gone is Palm Beach. I tell you what, Florida is hot as the dickens come June, July, and August. It is smoking hot. June might be still not too bad, but July and August, you can hang it up. It is hot, hot, hot. Does anybody have plans for their summer? We are rolling up on the summer season. So does anybody have plans like they're going to do anything, go someplace, hang out at the beach if you're close to it, or just chill? Most of us are going to be chilling because everything costs so much. We will be at the house and be paying for our AC. That will be our summer vacation, being able to pay for the AC in our home. I'm so happy it's been pretty nice here. Like today, it got warm, but like now, I haven't had to run AC except for a little bit upstairs. You got 2 grandkids graduating? Yeah, that's going to be money right there. Graduations cost so much. Oh, everybody's going to Vegas. I know they're tearing down some of the hotels and building some new ones. I like Vegas like October, November, December. You're going to be spending a little money on gifts. Is the one from high school going to college? I guess that's a good thing. One coming out of college and one on their way to college. Because I know when my son went to college, and it was like graduation May, then he goes to college in August. So that was a lot of money between getting him prepared, buying stuff to put in the room because he stayed in a suite, so comforters, curtains, rugs, small refrigerator, microwave. It was just a lot. I'm so glad I bought that grill for Super Bowl Sunday. I grilled me some chicken a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to do some fish, I think, this weekend, and maybe make me some shrimp kebabs, depending on how much shrimp costs. Oh, you've been working on the party? Well, congratulations to both of them for graduating out of college and high school. So I guess I must be graduating to that age where I'm not so hot, but I usually have my AC, if I turned it on, it'll be like on 74 or 75, but at night it gets cool. So since I got the upstairs, downstairs, I just open the window and turn my ceiling fan on. I used to keep the ceiling fans on anyway. And downstairs, because we have the trees on the front, it is like 71, 70 degrees, sometimes 69 down here. I don't turn on any air down here. Like now, I got the door open, got the ceiling fan, there's a cool breeze coming in. Yeah, Polly, I have been walking. I told them I lost 24 pounds, so yeah. Me and Parker, and then I've been walking by myself. Been doing some squats so I can tighten that butt up. They keep saying you can get a nice big butt with squats. We don't see. So, yeah. And I actually am now enjoying walking. I used to didn't like to walk or run. Yeah, those blackout curtains help a lot. I'm just a person that likes to open up the windows and all that. So in the morning, like when I'm upstairs, I have the window open in the office and the one in my bedroom so we can kind of get almost a cross breeze upstairs. And I use that during the day when I'm working. I don't turn on any air. I just have the ceiling fans, and usually about maybe 1 or 2 it might start warming up, but I get off at 3. So, and then I just come downstairs. Parker, where are you? Come. What you doing? I just ordered him harness and leash this lady had on when I took him to get his shots last week. Um, so she told me she from Amazon, so I ordered him one. It should be on Thursday because when I walk him, he be, twisting around, barking and stuff, and I hate because the leash is around his neck, so I'm kind of pulling him by the neck. So the harness, would be around his body, and that should be better. And it'll give me a little bit more control over him because he barks at the cars, he barks at the people, he barks at the cats, he barks at the dogs, he barks at everything. But, I like windows. I hate downstairs because there's only one window and the back door has glass. But upstairs is like big old windows and stuff, and you get a lot of sun. I like having the sun come in. I don't like a dark, dreary place. And it helps with your mood. Have y'all ever heard about people who do I forget what it's called, but they like do this thing with the sun where they go out early in the morning and they just stand in the sun, and it's like supposed to, help your mentally, emotionally. You don't stare at it, you just kind of stand there and get the full sun. I forget what it's called. Maybe Martin has heard of it. I have to look it up. But it's pretty neat because it does help your mood to go stand in the sun and just let the sun be on you. It does help your mood to get that sunlight. Oh, that's pretty nice, Martin. At $30. We had some rain today, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm sure my guy will be needing to go and cut the 2 acres. But it's not bad. It's 2 acres, and he only charges me $125. And this is my 3rd year having him, and he's a really nice guy. Oh, Tashana. So for 2 acres, that's not bad. He had hurt his back. I thought I wasn't gonna have nobody this summer, but he's back up and working. He was cutting down a tree and hurt his back, so he's back up and cutting. So I'm very happy about that. And this stupid little backyard here ain't nothing growing but weeds, and I hate weed eating. I really hate it, but I need to do it again. And either it's weeds or we're parking them dug up. So now I'm thinking about going to get some grass seeds. I probably should put some out while we got this rain. Put it out while it stopped and see if we can beat it down. We might get some grass. Because if I'm going to have to weed whack, I'd rather do that with grass versus just a teaspoon of water for a weed to grow. Y'all got worm season? Ugh. I used to hate when our dad would take us fishing, which I don't know why my mom would let us go fish it. Oh, stop. And we would have to go, because back then he would get crickets and worms, but we would have to go dig up the worms to take fishing. I hated digging the worms, I hated crickets, and I definitely hated sitting on a boat all day in the sun trying to catch fish. But people say fishing is relaxing. I don't know. I haven't tried to do it since I'm older. Maybe I might need to try to do it. But so far, I don't think so. I like going to the fish market or the grocery store and get my fish already deboned and filleted. Oh my gosh, they have that many worms in North Carolina? Hey, Rayana. Thank you. She's back. She's going to get on track. Get back on track. And you know what? Let me say this. I thank you guys so much because I looked and I think I lost only 2 subs in this last month and a half that I hadn't been here. And then I think I gained 3 because I guess people were watching old stuff. So I am so very grateful that you guys, thought enough of me that you said, well, she ain't here, so I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm just floored. I'm just floored at the subscribers that I have, and you know, so many of you were like, what's going on? We miss you and all that, and I know you knew something was going on, you know, and I knew that you would understand if I told you. So I just love you guys. I love you guys. And there were so many times I wanted to come on, but I was like, I refused to get on here and cry. I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, and I knew I was gonna break down and be crying. And you know what? I'm sure if I cried, I would have got a lot more views and stuff. But I wasn't gonna do that. I'd much rather be in a better state of mind and discuss it with you and be able to put a positive spin on a negative situation and assist somebody else than for me to come on here crying and trying to get views. And it was so ironic that have any of you all watched this girl called Peyton Marie Charles? She's one of those influencer YouTubers with, which now is funny, with the Chanel purses and the expensive perfume, $400 perfumes and all this stuff. And I think she just bought almost $1 million home in Houston. She has like the electric BMW, Mercedes, all this stuff. And she was dating this guy, and she did the thing that I did. They had been going out for 7 months, and so she figured it was cool. And she showed him on her, they did a birthday vacation. I forget where they went. I want to say Bahamas or something. And she rented out this big old, really, really nice house for them to go. And she showed him in her birthday video of them being on vacation. And this woman's mother seen him. I guess she told her daughter. And this lady DM'd her telling her that he had been dating her for almost as long as they had been together. Because he was a teacher and she was a teacher. And he had been sleeping with her. I think Peyton and him had been together 7 months, but he had been sleeping with her at least 2. And it was horrible because the lady was DMing her, and then she didn't realize it till later on. And when she finally seen it and she talked to him, of course he lied. He said the lady was a stalker and all this stuff, that he wasn't dating her. So Peyton actually talked to the woman after she seen that she had really DM'd her quite a few times, letting her know that they were dating the same guy. So she was like, hey, why don't we meet up with him at the bowling alley? Because him and her had a bowling date. So when the girl came, he acted so ugly with the lady. He literally got into a fight with the lady that he knew he was having an affair with at the bowling alley, and the police had to be called. And this Negro was still lying. And I had to give her props because she called him and she did it live. So we could hear him. We heard him lying. And the lady was saying he had went to her house on Saturday. He had just slept with the other lady that Thursday. I'm like, what the bit? Now this woman has like, I want to say she has almost as many subs as Tasha K, if not close to it. I know she got, 600,000-700,000 subs. So you live in Houston. What's the odds of somebody seeing your dang on face on her videos? And you couldn't have told her ahead of time? Or you should have said, no, I don't want to be on the videos. I'm a teacher. I don't want my face out there. He could have said something like that, but he didn't. And I think it's because Peyton is so nice and so sweet. She kind of reminds me of me and myself, because when we like somebody, we'll spend our money and all this stuff like that. And he was having a great life. She was buying him NBA tickets, all these things that he couldn't afford on a teacher's salary, staying at her $1 million home, riding in her, expensive cars. She taking him on expensive vacations and stuff. And here you are sleeping with another teacher and trying to say the lady was a stalker. It was just horrible. So she got on because, once the other people found out, because she's a big YouTuber, everybody had something to say. But I was really glad that a lot of the women were like, we understand he's an ass pretty much. She said she was going to do the one video explaining what happened, and she did. And she was very broken, and I understand that. I mean, because here you are thinking this guy, and he was making plans. You know, they were talking about marriage. She already has a daughter that's now in college, but she was talking about maybe having a baby with him. All this stuff, and this asshole is sleeping with another woman. And then the crazy thing was, she wasn't interested in him. He just kept on coming towards her, you know, begging her to go out with him. Because I didn't think he was really her type, because he wasn't all that. But, you know, we like who we like. And he finally broke her down, and all this shit happens. And I was like, well, you know, I felt bad because I was 62, but here's Peyton. I think she's in her 40s, and she's a very beautiful woman. But she's went and got her butt done, her breasts done, her face done, her ears done, her neck done. She's gotten all this cosmetic stuff done. I thought she was very pretty before she done on that, but if this makes her happy, that's fine. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, as beautiful as you are, all of us as women, you know, get treated the same way. It don't matter if you're Halle Berry, Peyton Marie Charles, or me. But I was really, and then it was happening during the same time that my crap was happening. So, you know, I'm sitting there watching Peyton and crying for her, and I'm like, Peyton, I'm so sorry this happened. But I was like, you know, men are just full of shit. That's all I can say. They can be full of shit. Not all of them. So, Paulie, I'm not talking about you or any other man in the chat tonight. I'm just saying some of them can be really full of shit. And this is what I often wonder. And maybe as women, you guys can tell me. How many of you have ever dated somebody and treated them bad? Or how many of you guys have dated somebody and messed around on them with somebody else? Tell me that in the chat. How many of you have been dating somebody and stepped out and got with somebody else for whatever the reason was? Yeah, you're right, Martina. Oh my gosh. But how many of you all stepped out in a relationship and got with somebody else? I never have, but you know, there might be somebody in the chat who wants to be honest enough to tell us. You mean all of us are going to be those type of women that never did that? You know, I'm inquiring because I wanted to know, how do you feel when you do that and you go back and be with the person that's supposed to be your person? Do you feel guilty, or you just don't feel anything? Do you feel bad? Or like if they find out, do you feel bad? I mean, I'm just wondering if people who do this feel bad about their behavior. Because for me, if I did it, I would probably tell on myself. Because I couldn't live with the guilt. I could not go do that and then come back and be with my person and not feel guilty. I don't know if I could even be with them. I would probably have to tell them first because I couldn't live with myself. So I've often wondered. Now, I wanted to too when I was married to my sorry ex-husband. And this is a funny story. There's this guy that I had messed around with for about 3 years. And full disclosure, he was married at the time. And we messed around for about 3 years. And so we always kept in contact off and on. So when my ex was just out there doing his stuff, I had talked to him. And I said, hey, why don't you come over? I invited him to my house. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to get with him. I'm like, this man out here doing all this mess, I'm going to get with him. And he was somebody I'd already been with anyway. He comes over. We're talking, chit-chatting, catching up and all that. And all of a sudden, he wants to talk to me about God. I'm like, what the bip? The whole 3 years we was messing around, you never once talked about God. Now, all of a sudden, when I want to mess around, because my husband is messing around, you want to talk about God and ask me about Scripture. I was like, wow. So of course that put a damper on me having an affair. So that was the only time that I tried it, but yeah. So yeah, but that would have been, I would have had an affair that night, but because I didn't, I never messed around on him. Though there were times that I felt like I should have because he was doing all kinds of foolishness. And Tashana, like you, I definitely was not in a good place. But I'm glad I didn't because I can honestly say I was a faithful wife the whole time. And yeah. Yeah, it was my angel because God knew I was going to do something that night. But I can honestly say I never messed around on my ex. I was the faithful wife to a whoremonger. I don't know if you get a badge for that or not. Or do you get an extra kudo in heaven? I don't know. Get off my couch. Get down, little dog. Look at this foolishness. You don't want to be on camera. Quit licking me. With your dirty face. I think he cries every time I leave because I can clean his face. And when I come back, he got those little, like, dry tear things around his eyes. Get down. Oh, I can't wear those, Tashana. And every time I go, I was just saying the other day, I don't think they even know how to do regular manicures anymore because I'm allergic to fingernail polish. If I put it on, it makes my nails split. So I don't, every now and then, I might wear it just for, because I just feel like it, but I usually have to take it off within the first 3 days. This light is really bothering me behind me. And so I don't even get it. I just get a regular manicure, have them clip my nails, and that's it. But every time they do it, they do the, cuticles, and this part here always splits and peels back. And I hate that. It just stopped doing it because I got a manicure about 2 weeks ago. But it's like they don't know how to do a regular manicure. And they always be like, you don't want any tips? You don't want your nails polished? And they was like, you look so good with tips. No, I wouldn't. They mess up your nails. And I can't type with them. Colored street nail stickers. I've never heard of that. Is this something that you can just lay on your nails? And I have to look that up. I never heard of that. I did see where you don't have to have polish. They have this new thing where you can just lay it on your nails and kind of trim it around. And it's like, I guess it would be like stick-on polish kind of versus stick-on nails. It's just a polish. That was interesting. Oh. But I can't type with nails. So it doesn't, it doesn't do me any good. If I get nails, I would have to get them as short as mine. So why buy tips? Okay. I don't even know how people do it. Like I see people with those long nails. I mean, and they have really nice art on them. I mean, but how do you button your clothes, zip up stuff, wipe your butt, all that? I'm just like, but they're like, once you have them, you learn how to, do everything with them. I suppose. But I have to type every day, so it's not worth it. I'll have to check that out, Tashana. Tashana, she do be finding everything. I guess while she in the truck, she be looking up stuff. What you cooked up to take on the trip, Tashana? I was looking at this recipe today with this lady. She doesn't use any sugar or any flour, and she made a carrot cake. And she made it with carrots, apricots, oatmeal, and milk, I think it was. It looked good, but she used oatmeal instead of flour. Parker, stop. Come here. Stop making noise. It's like 9 something. Stop it. How long have I been on here? Oh, you grilled some chicken and burgers? So you didn't prep anything for the trip? Oh, I meant to tell you, Tashana, you had some really cute outfits that you took on vacation. And you look so nice in your bathing suits. I was like, look at her with her little cute self. You look really cute. Get my gut down so I can wear a bathing suit without a cover up this year. Well, my typing teacher was sorry. She was writing a book the whole time I was in typing class. And, you know, then they didn't have the letters on the keys. You had the little board, like a little template, and it would show you where the letters were. But after so many weeks, you had to be able to type without looking at, you know, you could look down, but there weren't no letters. So you had to be able to type without seeing the letters. And I never got the hang of it. I always still look. So even now, I slow myself down. A lot of words I can type without looking, but still there's a lot of words that I still need to look. So that slows you down. If you can type without looking at the letters, I mean, I know people that type 90 words a minute, so. Parker! I never watched Josh and Mama. I have to watch them. Josh and Mama. Okay. Are they cooking healthy stuff or are they just cooking whatever? I was thinking about trying to do more of a Mediterranean type eating plan. I like the way they eat. So, and we don't have any restaurants like that here. I was saying when I go back to Atlanta, I was going to go to a couple. Yeah, mine have, I usually buy the ones that look like a little short mini skirt, a mini dress, the little cover. And that's what happens when you cook. Most people that cook don't even show that they make stuff and it fails. They always show you a perfect, perfect ending. I like the fact that she'll show her mistakes. Oh, she can't cook? Yeah, Martina. I think I got a C or a D because I always looked at the keys, so she took off for that. But I'm trying to figure out how did she even know since she was writing a book. Hi, Ming Lee. It has been a while. How are you? I love sourdough bread. I love sourdough bread. Yep. But I am going to try to diet, not diet, but just the way they eat because they eat so healthy and so fresh. They use a lot of fresh foods. Tomorrow, if it's not raining, the farmer's market that's close to me is having their re-grand opening because it's the first day they're open for the season. So I'm going to go there and see what's in season. Me and my sister went about 3 weekends ago, and they were having a car show, so we couldn't get anything. So I'm going to go see what they got. So I love this time of the year because you can get so many fresh things, and I'm hoping it's going to cut my grocery budget if I eat more fresh and buy it like at the farmer's market. Because sometimes, if you buy a lot, you can get a better deal. And when I do that, I'll split it up and give my sister some and my mom some. They had that here, Polly, where you could order the food boxes, but I used to order it for my mom. But that's pretty good, Shoshana. I think I'm at 35 or 40, and we ain't gonna say how many errors. Well, maybe when Charlie decides he wants to come off the road, you can open up a little place. I've always wanted to have a soup and salad type of little place. And maybe with some, light sandwiches or something, but I really wanted it to cater to soup and salads and have like a zillion type of salads that people can have. Because I don't find there's anybody that does that. Just have soup and salad. Salad's great in the summertime, soup in the wintertime, and maybe you could just have, cheese toast or garlic toast or something like that. Maybe not really sandwiches, have different types of breads to go with the salad and the soup versus sandwiches. But restaurants are hard. Most of them close within the first 5 years, unfortunately. But if you get the right spot and you got the right food, it can be successful. I mean, I love a good salad. Fresh, good salad. So I'm waiting for watermelon season. I love watermelon. I can eat a whole watermelon by myself. I will get a watermelon and eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I am a big watermelon fan, and it's good and healthy for you, and it fills you up. And it's a shame now, you pay more money for a watermelon with seeds than you do one without seeds. Now that would be good, Tashana, because look at how many people start out when they first start out being a trucker, and then look at them 5, 10 years later, they have gained so much weight because they're eating so much stuff. Unlike you, who prepares a lot of food for Charlie, most of them don't have that. So they're eating at the truck stops, they're eating at the fast food places. And how much better would they be if they could get something healthy, on the road? Now that's a good idea. Just be in the right location, like where a lot of, truckers come in at. I do too. I don't like beets. I think that might be the only vegetable I really don't care for is beets. Well, while you guys are on the road, you might just want to see, like in your city, if that's where you're going to go back to and retire, where's the best spot where a lot of trucks come in at that you can open up a place. And you can check that out now while you guys are on the road. Oh, come on, Paulie. I love spinach. I can eat spinach by itself. I like spinach cooked. I like spinach as a base for a salad. Oh my gosh. I went to Trader Joe's and I had never seen Brussels sprouts on the stalk. But if you get them on the stalk and you roast them in the oven, and my sister gave me this great sauce recipe with balsamic vinegar. Oh my God, it was so good. But I like Brussels sprouts anyway. You can do them when they're not on the stalk. But I found that interesting. I have never seen them on the stalk. That was pretty neat. But they always reminded me of baby cabbages. Oh, see, I just said the same thing, Polly. They're like little baby cabbages. They're a little bit stronger or a little bit more bitter than cabbage. But yeah, they always remind me of baby cabbages. But roasted, they are really good. Some olive oil, Put them in the oven, some olive oil, a little garlic, onion, or you can put Parmesan cheese on them. You might like it then if you do something like that versus just boiling them. I'm a southern gal, so when I cook my cabbage and my greens, I know a lot of people put smoked turkey in it, but smoked turkey just don't give you that southern taste. I gotta have some fat back or some salted meat or something in there. I don't like dates either, and I don't like prunes. Some ham hocks, yep. And I didn't even eat the ham hocks. I just put ham hocks in it for the taste. But I've now gotten to the point because I don't always cook a lot of meat, so I'll eat the ham hock as my meat. You know. You know what, Polly? I see you still got bad jokes. Yeah, I'll put it in my green beans too. You know, there is a seasoning that is it Sazon? Sazon, am I saying that right? That if you don't want to use pork, they have a bacon seasoning that is really, really good that you can put in your string beans and your greens and your cabbage, and it tastes just like you put some smoked meat in there. It's really good. No, it's Sazon. Um, what's the company that makes it? Yeah, I love Adobe. I put that in a lot of my food. It's a ham flavoring. Goya, yeah. It's made by Goya. I love a lot of their seasonings though. Yeah, it's like a ham seasoning, yeah, in the little packets. It's really good. But I use a lot of their seasoning. They have one that's it's just a seasoning you can put on anything. It is so good. You can put it on salads. You can put it in, soups, veggies, whatever. But I don't even know. It has a lot of different seasonings in it. It's pretty good. I like it better than Mrs. Dash. I'm not a big Mrs. Dash fan. And she costs too damn much. I mean, I don't think her seasonings are all that great. Oh my gosh, I put that on baked chicken. It is so good. We didn't have, at one time, we did not have a big selection in our grocery store, but now we got a whole row. I love their pineapple juice. Most of the time it's not there. People buy that up a lot. I love the pineapple juice. I love the fact that you can buy the peppers and stuff dried. I mean, they have a great selection. So I do use it a lot. And we've gotten a large Hispanic population here, so I guess that's why we can get it more readily now than we used to could, which has been a plus. I was going to eat Mexican today, and there's this. It would used to be like they started out as um, like they had like a little tent kind of, and they sold food, and then they had like a little trailer, and now they have a whole restaurant, and you can't even get in there. It is so crowded. All right, Miss Martina. I want me some good old beans and rice. There was a lady that my sister knew. She made the best beans black beans and rice. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I have not had any as good as hers in years. What is that you're talking about, Tashana? Is it sofrito? What is that? Oh, I can get that here. We got a lot of great restaurants here because now from Florida, we've gotten a lot of people from um, Cuba, Guatemala, Mexico. We've just gotten a lot of, because they come up and they'll work the farms and stuff like that, and then they'll stay and they open up their own business. So we have one street that's called the International Corridor, and you can get Mexican, you can get Puerto Rican, you can get Cuban, you can get Jamaican, you can get Korean. We used to have Greek. I'm trying to think what else we got. Chinese. It's pretty nice because you can get a lot of different foods there. What is sofrito? Peppers, cilantro, onions, olive oil, garlic. Oh, it's like a paste. Is it something that you mix in with your food? I'm not a big cilantro fan. I'm not real keen on the taste of cilantro. I know a lot of people like it, but oh, is this something that you buy, Paulie? Amazon has it? What doesn't Amazon have? Oh, maybe I should try that. I'm trying to implement more seasonings. Like, I'm not a big curry fan, but I don't mind using a little bit. I'm not a big, was it turmeric? Turmeric? I'm not a big fan of that. Seasonings that, like, Africans use, Indians use, they're so strong and heavy. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can use a little bit. But I don't like a whole lot of it. Now, like me and my sister buy some African seasonings from there because you just can't get them at the store here. Oh, in your pork roast. Now, for my pork roast, I usually season mine with like onion and garlic, maybe a little Goya seasoning, but then I pour orange juice on it and I cook it with sweet potatoes. If I don't use orange juice, I use orange marmalade. It makes it taste so good. But I hadn't cooked them. I hadn't cooked one of those in a while because I can't eat a whole pork roast. So maybe a lot of times when I want to cook stuff like that, I'll make it and take it over to my son's house. But I bet you that sounds like it would be good on lamb chops. I love lamb chops, and they are so expensive. I finally figured out how to make your lamb chops very tender. If you season them and then just, what's it called? Where you just cook them on the stove for a little bit where they get brown on both sides and then put them in the oven, they will be so tender they'll be falling apart. Hey, Peaches and Cream. Happy to see you too. If you'll just pan fry them a little bit till they get a little brown on both sides, then put them in the oven, they are so tender. But they are, you almost got burnt. Look at you. There you go, Martin. See, that's what I miss. I'll be running around here, can't remember words, and I'll be like, where's Martina? You sear them. I miss you, Martina. You're like my second brain. Oh, let it set for 2 days. Ooh, that sounds good. Does anybody have a good recipe for asparagus? I mean, all I ever do is just boil it, but I'm thinking, you can make it better. Sometimes I'll cook it with sauteed tomatoes, but I'm trying to find a good asparagus recipe. Martin, I have a lot of senior moments. Are you going to be going up as far as where Polly is in New York? Polly, what's the weather like up there? Are you guys still cool? My sister got snow like about 3 weeks ago. I couldn't believe. She sent me a picture. Michigan had snow. Oh, some bacon. Okay, I'm going to have to try that. A friend of mine is coming up in about a week, and I told them I would cook for them, and they wanted asparagus, but I was trying to think of a different way to cook it. So do y'all still have cool weather up there, Paulie? Child, peaches and cream. Amazon gets all my money. I got an order coming on Thursday. I was like, when they were boycotting different places, I was like, I don't know if I can boycott Amazon. Oh, 68? I wish we were 68. Oh, it's supposed to be 70s all week. I guess that's hot for y'all. You can have some of this 88-degree weather that we're getting. I hope we don't have a 90 and 100 summer. Yeah, Tashana, I think you beat me with the Amazon addiction. I've gotten better. I've gotten better. And I never became a Temu. I got a girlfriend. Oh my God. Temu texts her all day long. She buys so much stuff from them. I'm wondering if their prices is going to go up if we keep these tariffs. You still have Parker's ties? I'm going to have to send you our new address. If you send you the new address. Well, guys, how long have I been on here? Probably 2 hours, and I said I was going to stay 1. I guess I will wrap it up for the night because I plan on getting up at 4 to work some overtime. I'm still thinking about getting a second job. I want to get a job at Cato's. It's kind of twofold. I want to be able to pay off any debt that I have this year before the end of the year. But also, I like Cato clothes, and I figure I can get a discount. And I thought it would be good for me to get out the house because I work at home. I order everything online most of the time. Food, clothes. I don't really get out and meet people. So I thought it'd be a way for me to get out the house, interact with people a little bit more, and get me some nice summer clothes. So we will see. Well, I got my couch, my bed. The dining room chairs came from Wayfair. I like Wayfair too. If you want some inexpensive rugs, Wayfair is a way to go. I did buy some stuff from Temu. I wanted some gold silverware to go. Let's see, I'm gonna show y'all. I always forget about Shein because they have a good selection on stuff. So, let me show y'all. Parker's new Amazon. I Okay, so I like setting my table, but I got these. They were very inexpensive at Temu. I got this from Temu, this from Temu. I got these at a little store here. But I thought it was really cute how I ended up, and the napkins and the rings, all from Temu. Yep, it was a good deal. Plants are doing good. Here are my little spider plants that I had gotten. They seem to be doing okay. Them and the aloe are the newest additions to the family. I get a lot of my plants off of Facebook Marketplace because they are so much cheaper. People be selling them for $5, $10. I already had the table. I just painted it black, and then I got the got the chairs. Come on, Deborah. Got the chairs from Wayfair, and the price wasn't too bad. What did I do here? What did I do here? Rotate it back. What did I do? I don't know why. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all, I'm messing up. Must be time for me to get off here. Something must have kicked in. Yeah, you get silverware from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, or whatever. Do you still have the plant that you got from Arabs, Tashana? Hey, I got silverware from the dollar store because you know why? If you have kids, I'm sure you know this, when it was time for them to wash dishes. Why? What is on my phone? It is not. I don't know. It's not looking right. But it looks fine from where you guys can see it. But my kids, when it was time for them to wash the dishes, they would throw away the silverware. So I started going to the dollar store, and they would always throw away a lot of the forks. Like I have a zillion butter knives, but they would throw away the forks and the spoons. So I would go to the dollar store and get some forks and spoons. Who did you report? Tashana, who did you report? McNasty? I guess when I get off here, I'm going to go over there and play catch up. See what she's talking about since she cutting the food with Arabs. Alright guys, it's 9:51. I try to get in bed by 10 if I'm getting up at 4. Maybe Friday we can do a girls' night, ladies' night. Let's say, is 9 o'clock too late? Oh, you repotted it. Okay. The Saki done kicked in, y'all. I can't see. You named her Linus. Oh, that's cute. Hey, I told y'all the Saki done kicked in. All right. So is 9 o'clock good for y'all on Friday, or should we do 8? Yes, no, it don't matter. Give me some feedback before I get off here, ladies. Okay, Martina, we'll do 8. Martina's the only one that responded, and she has to work on Saturday. So we'll do 8 since Martina has to get up and go to work. So, be here on Friday with your drinks, or your Kool-Aid, or your water, or your coffee, or your tea, or your wine, or your mixed drinks, or your Tito's. Maybe I have Tito's on Friday. I might make me some of those lemon drops again, though. That was so good with my Tito's. I just might make those. That was pretty good. I like those. Or I'll try to find another summer drink since we're getting ready to go into the summer. All right, everybody. Love you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hanging in there with me during my little hiatus. And I appreciate you guys so, so much. You have no idea. You are a wonderful support system for me. And I thank you for, being there. So, we'll have a good conversation on Friday. And Polly, of course, we're saying it's a girls' night, but you can always drop in and have your input, because you always have good input too. So we're not going to say the guys can't come, but it's just going to be named a girls' night out, or girls' night in, or girls' night hanging. I don't know. I'll think of something. But good night, everybody. Good night, Polly and Annabelle, Tashana, Rayana, Martina, Dee Dee, if you're still there. Who else was in here tonight? Scorpio Mama. I don't know if they're still left, if they're still in here. Trying to go back. Martina. Pam. There were people in here earlier. If I missed you, sorry. Thank you all for dropping in. And I will see you guys 8 o'clock on Friday. She's back. We're going to get this thing back rolling. And I love you guys. Parker says goodnight. Look at him. Well, he was on his bed. Of course, I called his name. So come tell everybody good night. Say good night. Good night. And we will see you guys on Friday.